Hey, what's up, everybody? We live up in here. So far, what we got up in here is myself and Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Up in the building. We're gonna it's an open discussion. So any of y'all out there want to get up on here and talk with us about the topics that we're talking about, you can get on here with us and discuss something different. As long as you be respectful and mind your P's and Q's, you know, everything will be all right. But the first thing I want to get on is the police department right here. This police department is the police department, county or whatever that had everything to do or possibly had everything to do with the whole Tank Davis incident with him snatching up his baby moms and the basketball thing by the collar. There was no visual of a physical assault or anything. It was just, snatching up out of the seat, a whole bunch of yelling and blah, 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 with the whoop. But we're going to go down the list of this police department. So they got this congratulations shit right here. Then we keep scrolling down. Nothing, nothing. Look, Tank Davis, right? Mugshot and everything, right? So they got the mugshot of Tank Davis on here, right? We're going to keep going down and see whatever kind of mugshots they got. This is February 4th right here, right? Boom, February 4th, a doggy, this bullshit first. We keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. Any mugshots? Y'all see any mugshots? Y'all see any mugshots? Y'all see, a whole bunch of motherfucking posings. They got models. Police department got models. All right, let's keep going. Right? Right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. No mugshots, right? No mugshots. I guess Tank Davis must have been a high profile thing to go after, right? Oh, look. Tactical vehicle, right? Okay, let's keep going. Military tactical vehicle. Oh, look at him. He must be a Navy SEAL with that Special Forces hat on. Oh, no, he's K9 unit. Let's keep going. Keep going. Oh, more models. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at this. Oh, man. Whole bunch of cops with too tight shirts on. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Too tight. You know what I'm saying? Little bitty shorts. Keep going. All right. No mug shots. Oh, we in December. We in December right now. Let's keep going. No mug shots. No mug shots, right? Let's keep going. Right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. No mug shots, right? No mug shots. Damn, I'm getting tired. No mug shots. Still none. Still none. Still none. Veterans Day. Oh, but keep going. Marines. Oh, but keep going. No mug shots, right? Still none. Still none. Right? Oh, dog sniffing that booty. Ha ha! Somebody there has some hot ass. Whoever sat there has some hot ass, boy. Oh. Still going. No mug shots. Still going. Where we at right now? Oh, we in October. No mug shots. So this police department ain't got nothing going on. And this is the reason why I keep trying to tell people, man, be mindful of the reason why people do things. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to Tank Davis and all that shit, right? Is it his baby mom is filing the charges, or is it Tank Davis' baby mom's the one that's filing the charges, or is it the police department the one filing the charges? And that's what we gotta, sit up over here and talk about. That's what I'm talking about right now before we get into something else. Because at the end of the day, when when you see a police department ain't got no mug shot on this bad boy, and we in October 2019 on a Twitter, wow, we finally got one. New release arrest. A dude, burglary, occupied dwelling, grand theft auto. You can't tell me this is the only shit that's going on in this fucking county. You can't tell me the only domestic violence case that happened since September 2019 was Javante fucking Tank Davis. And it wasn't like he hit the woman. It wasn't like all that shit. He just grabbed her up out of her seat. But if we keep going, what's this? That ain't shit. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That was the only one, burglary. So y'all ain't got nothing going on to try to go and go after old Tanky Tank. because it was too easy for you guys to make an arrest to make y'all motherfucker look good. And that's the reason why when I see what's going on, that is not going to hold up. He's not going to, at the end of the day, is going to go to court and everything's going to be fucking dropped. Everything's going to be fucking dropped. It ain't going to hold up. What you going to say? Oh, it's because he snatched her up out of her seat? Well, you better go get that old ass white lady that try to, fight for women's rights and every time she went, Gloria Ulrich. You better go get her then as a lawyer. You better hope that, that's the only reason I'm saying it is because if Gervonta Davis, baby mom is the one. Christopher Joyner was happened is the one that fouled, which I don't think she's the one that fouled. Right? I don't think she's the one that fouled. So it is what it is. So I just think that I think it is the police department that's going after him. And I think that, if she ain't filed no charges and she wasn't physically assaulted and stuff like that, like as far as being punched or choked or harmed, then I think everybody should just shut the fuck up. Christopher Jordan, what's happening, baby? What you think about what I just showed you, Tyrone's?
Yeah, just again a whole bunch of nonsense stuff that has nothing to do with boxing, and it's just something to make him look bad, to distract. There have been other boxers of certain complexion, we won't say who have done far, 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 far worse, and that gets swept under the rug. So, it just seems like a group of people trying to be a hero here, trying to be heroes, and people may remember it, but not a week from now.
Right. Because check it like this. If we look at Pulev, right, on video grabbing that woman, right,
and kissing her,
giving her a chicken, why wasn't he arrested?
Not at all.
Once she started insinuating that she was assaulted, why wasn't he arrested? Because if you think about it, smacking her booty and stealing a kiss, like, which one's worse? Grabbing somebody by the collar and snatching them out of their seat? Or slapping somebody's booty, actually slapping their booty and kissing them unwarrantedly, and he wasn't arrested? Was Kovalev arrested after the airplane incident? No,
he wasn't.
So, if it's his baby mom's filing the charges, it sucks to be her. Because at the end of the day, yeah, she probably get a check and all that stuff. But, if she look at the long lasting of, put it like this, if she's the one that's fouling, right? For getting yoked up out of her seat. Yeah, embarrassed on TV and all that stuff, right? Put it like this. Once them child support checks end, what's she gonna get?
No.
What's she gonna get? Nothing. She ain't gotta work right now. But when that motherfucker get 18, 19, she gonna have to work.
Yeah.
Hello. Christopher Jordan, yeah, we know what it is, man. I know what it is. We all know what it is. They just try to make a case, man. They try to get a case. So on that note, we got done with that shit, right? We got done with that shit. Now let's get into boxing. Now, word on the street is Anthony Joshua is fighting Pulev next. And Edwin Hearn and them is saying they got a stadium out there that they looking at right now. That's supposed to be their number one pick. But I am still curious on to why that fight is not going on in Saudi Arabia or not going on in any other country or not getting bids from all these other countries for a fight. Because if they were getting the bids and the juice was worth the squeeze, then Edward Hearn would make that fight in another country, right? Like the way he's been saying. But since it's not happening in another country, we all know the juice is not worth the squeeze, right? And so at the end of the day, it just shows you that it all has to deal with the opponents that Anthony Joshua was facing. So if you're fighting somebody that nobody wants to see, then maybe, possibly, that you're going to get not maybe, not possibly, you're going to get less money. You're not going to be this superstar. There's not going to be too many people out there watching it as if watching Anthony Joshua versus Andrew Ruiz or Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko. So at the end of the day, that's the fight that's going on for Anthony Joshua, which, you know, everybody out here is picking Anthony Joshua to win. But if Pulev can understand what happened with Anthony Joshua versus Andrew Ruiz in the first fight and what happened with Anthony Joshua in the second fight, and do something different, learn something different, actually learn how to fight your opponent instead of fighting your style, then maybe at the end of the day, Pulev could probably get him an upset as well. You know? But, you know, his age, stamina, and, you know, power and all that stuff. But, hey, it's been looking time and over again that Anthony Joshua is not the, you know, he doesn't have too good of a chin. Doesn't have he can't take body shots that goddamn well. So we might see something different. You just never know. But I'm still picking Anthony Joshua to beat up on old Pulev and stuff like that. Unfortunate that we got to see this fight before we see a bigger fight. But I still think that yeah, Christopher Joynet, I don't think anybody wants to see that fight either. You want to see that, Tyrone?
The Pulev fight? No.
I don't think a lot of people want to see that either. So what do you think about all that, man?
Yeah, I said I'm not the biggest fan of this fight, man. Pulev been trying to not fight anybody with a pulse for years. This is his cash out party, and yeah, man, he's just one of those guys who rolls up a division. He's like a logjam.
So another thing I wanted to talk about is this thing that you see up over here right now.
Mm-hmm.
This rugby player, right? This rugby player, rugby league player, Hamlin banned for 2 years, right? For cocaine, right? Guess what his excuse was for having cocaine in his system?
Wait, what?
Guess what is it? Just guess. Take a guess. Huh?
I said salute Chris Jornet. He probably said, shoot, I don't know. He probably admitted it. I don't know.
That motherfucker said that he went to go kiss a chick and she had cocaine on her lips.
Oh, come on now.
I'm dead ass. That was his excuse. So put it like this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm saying is, I don't know if it's his first time offense or his second time offense or whatever, but let's take a look. Don't have first or second setting the thing, right? So I'm gonna put it like this, right? You get a 2-year ban for cocaine, right? You get basically a 6-month suspension for D-ball with a good excuse, right? So this rugby player, Gabriel Hamlin, has been suspended for all sports for a period of 2 years following an adverse violation, right? Mr. Hamilton provided a urine sample in 8 February 2019, right? And they're just making their decision right now with this dude. And on February 3rd, 2020, damn near a year later, my niggas. It took these motherfuckers a year to make their ruling on this dude for cocaine, and they gave him 2 years. So the whole time he couldn't play, whole time he couldn't talk about it, the whole time the team couldn't talk about it. Almost a whole year.
Yeah, damn near.
Ain't that something? Right?
Just, yeah, I don't know what to say.
Crazy. Mr. Hamlin provided a urine sample in competition on 8 February 2019, following a Super League match between Wigan Warriors and Leeds Rhinos at the WDW Stadium in Wigan. Right? And it says cocaine is a dangerous drug with significant health risk, which has no place in the sport. What about D-ball, my nigga? What about D-ball? Right?
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy. Y'all motherfuckers out there, man, keep y'all fucking nose clean. He probably, I don't know. Oh, let's see. You said where the B sample? Let's see. Sample. We only got 3. That sample right there in competition. Return. Sample return. Ain't nothing but a goddamn, ain't saying nothing about no goddamn B sample in here, Chris Jornet. No B sample in here. You know why? Because according to the UCAT fucking rules, the only way they test for a B sample is if the fighter or the player demands it. And this is why I be trying to tell folks, man. UCAT is just not for fucking boxing. So when you hear International Federation in their rules, it's because it has International Federation has nothing to do with the U.S. It has everything to do with sports that deal with UCAT. Because it's more than just boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And in some cases, other countries use UCAT for their testing because they don't have nothing in place. So when you hear things like the WBC is an interested party with UCAT, that's not the fucking case. They're talking about UCAT rules is talking about sports that they do piss test for within their realm outside of the U.S. because UCAT don't conduct business in the U.S. And that's the reason why the WBC cannot can't test them on. They can't test UCAT. They can't say, hey, give me everything you got on Dillian White. Can't do it. Because they do soccer, they do boxing, they do different boxing leagues that's out there in the UK because the Triple BOC is not the only boxing league in the UK. The Triple BOC is not the only professional boxing organization in the UK. Then you got the amateurs. Then you got other countries that want to use it. I don't even know. Maybe UCAT test motherfucking dart players. Maybe UCAT tests snooker players to make sure that they ain't taking shit to make them keep them focused. To make them see if a fly was flying at 100 miles an hour, they could zoom in and see the goddamn fly's nutsacks. I don't know. But 2 years for some cocaine? No, it don't say nothing about no B sample in here. And this is the funny thing, right? And so, let me show y'all something in this one. This is Dillian White's case, right? This is Dillian White's case. There's a funny fucking ass thing in here that made me fucking laugh. It says right here, this would ordinarily mean that UCAD would not make a public statement in accordance with the applicable confidentiality rules to which UCAD is subject. However, since certain confidential information relating to the matter, including the fact of the initial charge, has unfortunately made its way to the public domain, UCAD and Mr. Dylan White have agreed to make the unusual step of releasing the following limited information to put an end to speculation concerning status of Mr. Dylan White. So why the fuck is you talking about him and talk about him, but saying that y'all was supposed to say shit about Dylan White? So you mean to tell me if somebody pops for steroids and you let him off the fucking hook, you're not allowed to tell nobody? You're not allowed to tell nobody. You mean to tell me if somebody pops dirty for something under UCAD and they're signed to a promoter, you mean to tell me that fighter can't tell the promoter that I have to wait 6 months or to a year like that dude that played rugby to have a fucking fight? Right? That's what you're saying, right? You can't tell the promoter the ramifications that you may have or may not have caused to lose you out of money out of your fucking investment for 6 months to a year. You mean to tell me I could be signed to a promoter and not tell him I've been caught for steroids or 2 steroids or 3 steroids or 4 steroids or 5 steroids, not tell him about his money invested in me and why I can't fight for 6 months to a year? I can't tell him. And I can't tell him in depth on why he should keep spending money on me. Then at the end of the day, I get put out of the race. I get fined. I get kicked out for 2 years, and you out of money just like me. But I'm the one that screwed the promoter out. Right? But I ain't supposed to say shit. Don't you think that's funny, Tyrone?
Man, I don't get it at this point.
No, I'm just being real. If the fighter's not supposed to tell anybody, and if I'm not supposed to, put it like this, Tyrone, you're the promoter, right?
Yep.
I can't tell you what I got going on with UCAD, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I could be dead ass wrong, Tyrone. But I'm telling you, I gotta wait I can't fight right now. Why not? Ask UCAD. UCAD don't say nothing, right?
So the promoter's supposed to be left in the dark, supposedly.
Exactly. But you're investing in me, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a promoter, you're investing in me. But I'm supposed to keep you in the dark.
No, I don't.
For 6 to 9 months. 6 to a whole year. Because remember the rugby player, right? That's a year. He piss tested. This is the piss test. And look at this right here. That's February 3rd, 2020. Man. What else we got? We got
Gary Russell fighting this Saturday.
Oh, who he fighting?
Fighter. It's mandatory.
Oh, it's mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
How is it mandatory, man? He's supposed to be good or not?
I think he's a good fighter.
Oh, he's a good fighter? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That's better than what Dylan White doing, right? Shit. That's better than what Lomachenko doing, right?
Yeah.
Shit. Can't go. Well, fuck it. If the right motherfuckers don't want to fight him, let him fight his fucking mandatory. Get that shit done with, and let's see who want to fight Gary Russell Jr. after that.
Yeah, he's just kind of behind the 8 ball, really.
I keep trying to tell folks, man, you know, how much money I'm not pocket watching in no way. But at the end of what I gotta say, let's just keep it real. How much money you gonna get for fighting Gary Russell Jr.?
Not much. JoJo Diaz got paid $600,000. That was it.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And so you're gonna go over there and fight fight Gary Russell, right? And then you keep hearing these promoters say it over and over and over again, risk to reward. So why would you risk fighting Gary Russell when you probably get less than 500,000? When you could fight somebody else, you could fight 3-4 fighters in a year and get that. Or get close to that. Without risking nothing, and fight your way up to a mandatory and still get your bag and more. Because the Gary Russell Jr. that's fighting this weekend is not going to be the same Gary Russell Jr. fighting 6 months, 9 months, or a year later. The money always gets bigger and bigger. The bag always gets bigger and bigger. And you think some of these fighters out there and these promoters ain't thinking about that when it comes to him? Why do you think more fighters want to fight Gary Russell than Tank Davis? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You know? I think it's a good fight too, man. I think a lot of people just need to sit back and relax and not be too vested on these fighters that's out there these days, because a lot of these guys don't have their best interest don't have their best interest for you anyways. They own their own thing. Yeah, Rigo is fighting too. Yeah, Mama Knox. Yeah, Rigo's fighting too.
He's in a decent fight.
I'm gonna be watching that. I'm be watching the fights this weekend, man.
Me too.
I'm just like, you know, at the end of the day, man, sometimes you just got to take it for what it is with these fights, man, because it's nothing that we've been seeing as of lately on the majority scale of things is in the favor of is in the favor of the fans. See what I'm saying? You're not getting what you want to see. Majority of the time, you're just getting enough to get by when it comes to boxing, as far as the hardcore fans that you see today on YouTube. You just get a couple fights. Because, you know, most of the time, you're going to be there watching anyways. Whether or not it's a bum bash or whatever the case may be.
Anyway.
Say again?
We usually watch it anyway.
Yeah. So, you know, folks need to just, you know, take it for what it is. It's not like you can't see the shit coming. It's not like we can't see it coming. You know? Yeah, he do, but he for sure ain't from no goddamn Louisiana.
Whoever can down, yeah.
He ain't sure ain't he ain't rocking that Florida leaf. Yeah, what else we got going on here? Let me check out this, man. There was some shit, man. This dude on, you know, Twitter. You got a lot of people out there on Twitter trying to be this next big thing out there on Twitter, try to be this sports personality or, you know, make a few dollars off of tweeting and stuff like that when it comes to the sport of boxing. You got all kind of channel names, man. And people are losing steam to talk about stuff because really the only to tell the truth is only, you know, they don't know how to go about their business. You know, Takam is fighting Modano. You know what I'm saying? A dude that nobody never heard of.
Oh, Fabio Mabababo.
Yeah.
Rampage Jackson knocked out. Or, I mean, he was fighting in the UFC, and then Michael Hunter just knocked him out. That was a pretty funny knockout. You should
So
go
Carlos, you know what I'm saying?
fight.
So you know,
Mabababo.
so people just need to, relax. You know what I'm saying when it comes to things. You know, you got people out there calling Michael Hunter the boogeyman. Huh. I mean, people just found out his name before he fought Povetkin. Who the fuck knew his name? Besides his hardcore boxing fans.
Yeah, I mean, first time I seen him fight was who was it, that dude he fought before Usyk? Some prospect, and then he fought Usyk. That was I don't know. He probably paced himself poorly.
Mm.
It was a good fight for the first 6 rounds. I thought he was up for 6 rounds, but he just ran out of gas. Then he went to heavyweight and he knocked out what's his name? That Kaladze dude. Another bum. And then he knocked out that big dude from the Congo, Bakoli. Then after that, who else did he fight? Kuzman, I want to say. Let me see this now. No, Mabababo. What was it, Mabababo? Let me see here. Ustinov, that's who he fought. That was funny. And the Mabababo fight was funny. And then he beat Kuzman badly. And then I thought he beat Povetkin, but that's not what it says in the record book. So, yeah, decent fighter.
Yeah, people just need to, take it for what it is, man. The dude actually has a chance.
I think he's the boogeyman for Matchroom because the people in his stable don't want to fight him.
Yeah, right.
That's where he's the boogeyman about.
Right. They probably over there trying to figure out a way how they could get him to fight in the UK. You know?
He probably would do it too, but they still don't want to fight him. It's the people in his own stable. First of all, I saw videos of people saying he's the boogeyman. First of all, yeah, he is, but for his own stable. First, let's get that done.
Mm-hmm.
Before trying to spread it off on other people. How come his own family members don't want to fight him? Basically, people in his own house don't want to fight him.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're gonna have to work. Stormy B, man, what's happening, man? Christopher Jornet said these fighters of today are ridiculous. They are ridiculous, man. It's because, you first get in the game. Before you get into boxing, right? You think you know the game. You out there. You contemplate to yourself, this is how I'm gonna do it, blah blah. This kind of moves I'm gonna make, blah blah. You get in with the promoter, the manager, advisor, whatever you got in your camp. It's telling you your trainer or whatever, whoever you got in your camp, it's telling you this is how you should go about it, blah blah. Whoop to a whoop. You start learning things, and all of a sudden, everybody out there starts singing the same goddamn tune. The thing I hate to hear after a fight when and everybody else know the fight that the fans want to see, and you don't. And the motherfucker, hey, who should you fight next? Because this guy is calling you out, and this is what the fans want to see. It's like, well, I don't know. I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna talk to my team and blah blah. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
My team.
Shut the fuck up.
We'll see what's next. Everything's timing. Boxing is a business, so I'm gonna go back, enjoy this win, and then we'll think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Marquez Johnson, what's happening, man? Like, be real with it. If you want to be great, right? If you want to be known as the greatest, if you want to go out here and you want to get all these straps, unify, become undisputed, and all that stuff, fuck what everybody else got to say. And not only that is, fuck what everybody else got to say. If you can't say the right thing when the camera is on, at some point, you need to think about it and then you need to do what you need to do as a man. You need to say and do what you need to do as a man. Because at the end of the day, this is your career. It ain't mine. It ain't your promoters. It ain't your trainer or whoever you got in your fucking ear. This is your career. People don't like it when motherfuckers is coming out here sounding like a company man, sounding like somebody running their career and stuff like that. Say it how you want to say it sometimes. Be your own man. All this politically correctness and stuff like that, you know, it's not a good look for boxing. It's not a good look for boxing. I remember I was watching the Super Bowl. You know, some people out there saying they won't watch it because of this and the third. That's your opinion. My opinion, I watch it because I like the defensive game and like to study. Defensive game, right? And over again, they kept saying, oh, this tight end, you know, he graduated from Harvard. Smart dude, over and over again. Probably about 10 times in the whole goddamn thing. His routes are shitty as a tight end. A whip route, you could get people on whip routes as a tight end. Because they thinking you going down in there to block the fucking linebacker anyways. So you can always act like you running the two to go back to run the out and be open. Because the linebacker is first step is forward. The next step is moving back. He moved forward. He see the tight end coming. He engages. Next thing you know, the tight end is going towards the outside. Hello. You playing nickel, but your nickel back don't know how to play nickel back. Hello. What do you think is going to happen? He can't pick up shit. So, you know, people always want to talk about these folks that got the best, you know, accolades and shit like that, best mindset, best personality and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it don't matter. Who's going to win a fight and who's not going to win a fight? You know, yeah, I got Gary Russell Jr. winning. That's not to say that Gary Russell Jr. ain't going to lose.
Yeah, he's in a solid fight, man, to say the least, Gary Russell. So I'll definitely be watching.
Nothing to say you're gonna lose, man. You know, I like Gary Russell over Shakira Stevenson anyway. So fuck it.
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
You know, so fuck it. You got Ringendow fighting too. Takam coming up February 28th. Yeah, we already covered that 270 shit with Fury, right? The other thing with Tyson Fury, right? Talking about look, man. Look, I don't give a fuck. Tyson Fury's trying to be on that NBA jams and shit. Oh, he's heating up. Trying to put gasoline on his fist and shit like that. The fuck that's gonna do? And then not only that, are you insinuating PEDs when you say gasoline? I don't know. Because at the end of the day, you know, you could put gasolines in your fist, try to do that whole hand hardening technique and skin hardening technique. But at the end of the day, guess what, baby? Wilder still hits harder than you.
What is that? What's that gas? I don't get that. He wears gloves anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, basically. Right, Tyrone, you wearing gloves. What the fuck is gonna do? Trying to burn? You ain't trying to put gasoline in your firearm? Trying to get Wilder to blink like Tevin Farmer? What you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you trying to do? You know?
Farmer, shit.
No, I think something's wrong with that dude, man.
Name, yeah, I'm still not convinced by that CAT scan or whatever he had. I mean, everybody's been into doctor appointments. Maybe not everybody, but not doctor appointments, but like emergency room. I remember falling on my hand, my wrist, and it turned up negative on the X-ray. But I still have a problem with my wrist even now, and that was years ago.
Yeah, Them
So
X-rays don't show everything, man. CAT scans, all that
you don't
shit.
know everything at all.
You know.
I mean, like, how is somebody going to sit through that fight and not see something's wrong with him? You know what I mean? As far as the blinking, like, that's weird.
Yeah. And then people was questioning why he wasn't sitting down. I told folks, man, maybe he can't.
Hmm.
Maybe he fucking can't sit down. And this was like during the second round.
Yeah, it was the blinking for me because, like, even like while he was fighting, he was just looking up. And while he was talking to his coach, he was just looking up. He was on cloud nine or something. I don't know where he was. It wasn't
Something
him.
was fucked. Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. I just want to see.
I
You
think it
know.
would be what you said. Maybe not. Maybe it triggered it during the fight, but it happens in sparring. He does all that, the Philly shell shit, and he ducks down a lot. He probably gets hit in the back of the head a whole bunch, like you were saying.
I just want to see what happens in the next fight. If this rematch really happens, I want to see if he's going to blink. Because if you go back and you watch the rounds and how the rounds progress, he's like stopping in the middle of exchanges and blinking. He's pausing and all this stuff. And I'm kind of like, yo, what the fuck going on, man? And I just want to see if it's something that's a problem. Because who knows? Like you said, he might very well be done. You know?
He needs to go back and do more tests or something because
Yeah, I would.
there's something seriously wrong with him.
He probably is.
Reason.
He probably is. What do you think about Kell Brook talking about he won a rematch with Spence?
Well, if he works his way to get it.
That's the same shit I was thinking, man. Like, you can't just jump everybody, man. Like, you lost, man. You can't just be going around here trying to jump everybody. There's fights that me and you want to see other than him. And a lot of people don't want to see that shit right now. You know? Like, nobody wants to see that shit right now. Like, why does, the fans want to wait? Of course, that you would say that maybe after that car wreck, and I don't know if he had to go to physical therapy. I don't know if he needed surgery on his shoulder, his elbows, ligaments, his lower body. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, yeah, he looked vulnerable as fuck. Errol Spence do look vulnerable as fuck. But also at the end of the day, he ain't let nobody see that he's vulnerable.
Errol?
You see what I'm saying? He ain't driving around in fancy cars like Andy Ruiz with a box of pizza. You know? He ain't doing that shit. He's showing everybody that he's in the fucking gym. So, I don't know if he's sparring. I don't know if he's sparred yet. I don't know some light defense that people gave him. I don't know what happened, what's going on. But the only thing I can say is that he's not exhibiting anything to show you that there's a weakness in his game. That the shit is sweet. He ain't showing nobody. He's still doing his thug thizzle. Up in the gym. Now I don't know. When he going up in the gym, is he giving it his all and this and the third? Hey man, he at least you see him in the gym and not at no car dealership with a box of pizza. Like Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm talking about, Tyrone? You ain't seen that shit?
He was driving around recently with a box of pizza?
Yeah. In the whip.
He's not interested in boxing.
I think he is, but man, like pizza ain't what you want, bruh. Yeah, I don't think Meek Mill's a fighter either. I was watching this thing, Meek Mill trying to throw some power shots. Meek Mill, a lot of these folks out here, man, can't fight. You know, and it literally need to stay at that. A lot of these folks out here, they can't fucking fight. They talk a big game. You know, they either get on Twitter, social media, whatever, get out here, try to talk a big game, can't fight. Happens all the time. You know. Hey man, so what else we got?
Um, oh, shit. um, this month, as far as fights,
All
I
right.
don't know really, man.
So how about you think about this? We're thinking about the Rhino talking about that he's been battling a hand injury for years, and then now he's a different fighter. But then before that, uh, um, talking all kind of shit, taking these fights, getting his ass whooped, and all of a sudden now he's somebody he had a hand injury for a couple of years.
Dave Allen, him.
Mm,
You mean Dave Allen?
yeah.
I think he should retire from boxing, man. He's had it tough in his short career. He can't be in there taking punches like that. The guy talked about having paralysis after the David Price fight. Even before that, he said after the Yoka fight, he were having bad headaches before he knocked out Nick Webb. I
Mm,
mean, he should really retire. He took a beating in that Price fight. And Price, you laugh at him, and I mean, we laugh at him and stuff, but he can punch, and he was punching him upside down for 10 rounds.
mm-hmm.
He had to leave the ring on a stretcher with oxygen.
Mm.
His eyes look like they've been just like caved in, basically, man.
Yeah, I think that he needs to go and hang it up. And then they saying that
He slurs his words now.
yeah, he gonna be slurring his words, man.
He's already doing it.
I'm talking about it's gonna get worse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then they saying that Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce is supposed to be pay per view in the UK.
I heard about that.
And then Edward Hearn is out there saying I don't believe it's pay per view.
And Joshua Pulev is, or
You know what I'm
White
saying?
Dragon is. Yeah,
You know, White Chisora is pay per view. I mean, and it's like one of those things, man. Is that if I think a lot of these promoters need to take one from Wilder's book. And when Wilder was asked what he think about Fury getting up, Wilder didn't try to sit up over there and shit on Fury and all this shit. He said it all it is. He's like, I think that Jack Reese, with him saying that, he likes to do what's in the benefit of boxing, I think that's fucked up. But he also said at the same time is, man, that just shows you what kind of man Tyson Fury is. That just shows you what kind of heart he got. You know what I'm saying? So, I think people need to take one out of his book, man. It's just that sometimes, man, it's just that, you got to give people the proper respect that is due unless otherwise. Because, and then not only that, at the end of the day, is it's like, you shitting on that fight, but what about your fights that you put on as pay per view that nobody wants to see, and nobody really wants to pay? Because look, if Daniel versus um oh boy Joe
uh,
Joyce is not pay per view, then you expand that to more people to get to understand how that fight went down and stuff like that. And then not only that, who's really the next guy out of the UK in the heavyweight division.
Dubois.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he win. I'm favoring him to win. But my whole thing is like, you know, he's not is nobody. And it's only pay per view because people they know they can get away with it over there. That's pay per view. you know. But I'm gonna get out of here, Tyrone, man. You got any last words?
Not really, man. Just keep up the good work, really.
Yeah, you too, my black African brother.
Huh?
I said you too, my black African brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I want to know I'm getting out, man. Shout outs to the LDBC and everybody stay sucker free.